Hey guys, I'm Kunal Roy, and welcome to another episode of All Things Ambient. In this episode, I'm going to give you some dreamy ambient album recommendations. They aren't exactly dream pop, but they're definitely ambient with a slightly unusual twist. If that excites you, hit the bell icon, subscribe, but first the intro. The first album I'm going to talk about is by Fortet, otherwise known as Kieran, and his album Morning/Evening is absolutely amazing. It's Morning Evening consists of 2 tracks, each about 20 minutes long, and Morning is my favorite track. This album is absolutely haunting, angelic, hypnotic. It's got Indian vocal samples. It's not the usual type of ambient album that I would recommend. It's an electronic album with a lot of ambient undertones. And if you want to experience this album, and this album is meant to be experienced and not listened to, you need a good pair of headphones or earphones, a really good pair of headphones or earphones. Put them on, lie down, and get lost in ambient tranquility. This album will take you to a new place altogether. I highly recommend listening to Morning and Evening Side, the 2 tracks, one after the other. Lying down, close your eyes, and let it take you to another dimension altogether. That's Morning and Evening by Fortet. And the next album that I'd like to recommend is by Burial, and the album is called Untrue. This album is actually under the genre of future garage or dubstep. Came out in 2007, but I decided to recommend it in my ambient selection because Burial's album Untrue, once again, this was a groundbreaking album when it came out, but it's got so many ambient undertones, lush reverb with chopped up vocal samples. This is a crazy album. Once again, this needs to be experienced with headphones. Burial's Untrue, all albums linked in the description below. Burial's album Untrue is something else to experience. And I'm recommending this in 2021 when this album came out in 2007. So that should say something. Burial's Untrue. Check that out. All albums linked in the description. What's more, I also have a mixing and mastering electric guitar masterclass linked in the description below. And I also have new merch, hoodies, linked right here. This and this, linked in the description below. So check out my new hoodies and my masterclass. And on to the next album. The next album I'd like to recommend is called Secret of Elements, and the album is called Kronos. Oh my god, this album is so amazing. This album is my favorite ambient album of 2021. A lot of synthesis. Well, let me get back to the word Kronos, a Greek term referencing mythology, personifying the transcendental element of time. And this album definitely is a personification of time. Favorite track, Grace. Album links in the description. This is an album if you want. This is an album that you need to experience with high res files or CD. Like I said, this is my favorite album, my favorite ambient album of 2021. Kronos by Secret of Elements. And once again, that's all for today. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode of All Things Ambient.